Hello and welcome to RC Birds, and thanks for stopping by. In this video I start with a build of my post-apocalyptic Mad Bull car. So at first I show you the manual. It's the old style manual. It still has some blue parts in it, which I find nice. We start with some warning notices, nothing unusual. Some further tips, and then we are just starting with the chassis. And already you can see the year that the steering linkages are made by Tamiya. Front suspension, front bumper, which is very early in the build. And in step 4, you connect the front axles with the front suspension. And to finish the build, there are the dampers, which are already made by Tamiya. These are friction dampers. I painted them. I'll come to it later. So in all, in this build, there are some things which aren't made by the manual. Please keep in mind that I changed this car or customize it highly. So there are many steps which are shown here, which I had changed for myself. In step 6, we are starting with the gears or the gear housing. Here are the differentials. I think, and that I had seen by the drifter car, which Freddy from Fast Freddy is building, I will use some silicone grease here to slow down the differential. Nice to see here that for the motor you have this distance plate. The gear was connected to the chassis, dampers, same as anything. And here from step 15 on, we start with the AC technology. And here is the point where I get into with my own customization or extra functions I use in this car. They already, which is very nice, had 2 options in step 16, which is a combined radio and ASC. Or if you got separate ESC and receiver, this version. Some further things for the radio technology, especially the steering servo. Here's the steering linkages. This is very sloppy, I know that, but I think for my post-apocalyptic car, this doesn't count. If it's a little bit sloppy, I don't care. Connecting the battery and closing the battery door. Putting on the wheels, the rear wheels. I think in this case, I will change the direction of the tires. Painting is another point. I come later to it. You see my notices. This isn't so important at this point. And in step 25, the car is done. Here they show you some hopper parts, the dampers. These dampers are made of aluminum. You get the parts number 53036 and 53037. The thing is, these hopper parts doesn't exist anymore. You can find them on eBay and they are around 150 bucks. This isn't nice. Some instructions for the driving, the parts list, and some warning notices. So, this is everything. One thing I like to tell before I start with the build. I took out all plastic chassis parts and weathered or painted them. The painting is done only by random. First rust, then some green, then some black, and finally rust again. The effect is very cool. It's hard to see on camera. It's almost like a camouflage paint on a tank, but it looks more dirty. And with the second coat of rust, I got additional metallic flakes into it here. And now it's really time to start with the build. So the first two bags are done. It almost looks like a car or a chassis. It's great that all the parts which are painted separately and very sloppy fit in the look perfect together. The next video will be about the RC electronics and my extra functions, and I hope I get the body painted too in the next video. If you stayed with me until here, I thank you for watching. If you got some questions, the comment section is yours. And as always, please like, share and subscribe. This will really help me out. See you soon on RC Birds!